my beautiful Black people and all of my Gentile followers. Hope you all well. Got a story that I want to bring to you because it is ringing true what I have been anticipating um, about not being able to buy or sell without having the B Systems marks. Now, if you recall the talk that Watchman and Maya and I gave, a few weeks ago, in addition to all the other topics that I have been bringing to you, I've really been imploring my people to come up with plans on how to survive outside of this system, come out of this system, and get back to the basics, because you're not going to be able to participate in this society if you take these marks. Or if you take these marks, how far should you go? So there are just some things that you will need to work out for yourself. I don't necessarily want to have, I hate to use the term blood on my hands, to give people advice or suggestions, because everybody's situation is different. I understand people are going to have to do what they have to do. But I do want people to understand what is at stake and how fast things are going to happen, which is why you need to have things in place already so that when these crises happen, you'll be ready. So I'm going to bring you this story today from biometricupdate.com. And it is about Nigeria. It came out on yesterday. So I don't know if you know about what's going on in Nigeria, but Nigeria is about like Barbados and Jamaica and India when it comes to rolling out the CBDCs, the digital wallets, and the digital IDs, and making sure everybody had a free cell phone, especially all the poor Black and brown folks. So Nigerian banks have given deadline to close accounts not linked to digital IDs, meaning that you have to have, a digital ID and provide your biometrics in order to have a bank account. And if you don't do that within a certain period of time, they're going to close your bank account, which means you can't buy or you can't sell. It also means that if you receive any type of government benefits, pensions, SSI, disability, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm saying that as an American, but I don't know what types of benefits they receive in Nigeria. But, the point is you're not going to be able to do anything unless you do this. And so I just want to share this story with you so that you can understand how quickly these things are going to happen, and so that you can be considering what you're going to do when you are faced with these crises or these situations that you're going to have to make decisions about right away. And if you don't have a bank account, you can't pay your taxes. If you don't have a bank account, you can't do XXX thing. A lot of things you're not going to be able to do. So are you ready for that? And this is what we got to talk about. All right. Okay, banks in Nigeria have been given 30 days to close accounts that have not been linked to a biometric bank verification number, the nation reports. The directive comes from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, as a part of a review of the BVN's regulatory framework in response to continued increases in fraud. Now, y'all know we've been having issues with fraud since they came up with all this technology. They ain't never stopped no fraud. But all of a sudden, everybody's concerned with fraud. Keep in mind, I shared with you a few weeks ago that this year is the first year of the N and the W and the O, according to the um, Tri Commission. Have to go back through the old stories to figure out that one. But these people are ready to roll out this system, and I just find it interesting, one, that they push it in Black and brown nations, in particular nations that have high poverty rates, as well as like in Nigeria and India, have some of the largest populations on earth. Cannot leave out Dragon Country, because Dragon Country is like one of the first nations. They have one of the biggest populations on earth as well. So, make no mistake about it, it's being rolled out on everybody except for pilgrims. Just gonna keep it real. Pilgrims getting it last. But we are guinea pigs, test pilot projects, and most people here in America don't even have a clue about like what's going on. So I want to share this with you so you can get it in your spirit and make your escape plan. There are about 57.39 million customer accounts linked to BVNs as of April the 8th, according to the latest figures from the Nigeria Interbank Settlement Systems, NIBS. The CBN has placed 7,552 BVNs on a watch list for suspected fraudulent transactions. Meanwhile, reports independent. If the transactions are confirmed to be fraudulent, finding the perpetrators should be made easier by the fingerprint and face biometrics that are collected as a part of BVN registration. So understand, when you get a bank account, you're going to have to give your fingerprints and your face to get your little number to open your bank account. So you are going to be in a global database connected to the Federal Reserve Bank, or the central bank, and then probably to the IMF or the World Bank, because it's going to be a global system. Have mercy. The Independent says that the report counts 148.46 million active accounts and 130.57 million of them linked to BVNs, according to the latest CBN figures. The CBN also issued a statement confirming that BVNs do not expire, contrary to reports that they only last 10 years. So it's kind of like a passport. So once you go in, you can't come out. Once a customer's biometrics have been captured and enrolled in the database of NIBS, the BVN remains for life, CBN says in the announcement, referencing the regulatory framework used in 2021. BVNs are being registered at a pace of between 1 and 200,000 per month. So they have some other digital ID news on this page. It says Nigerian banks given deadline to close accounts not linked. And so I think that's the one that I just read. Yes. India launches Aadhaar operator training campaign to reduce errors. And Aadhaar is their like digital system. So everybody has like their own name for their little digital system. But in any event, it's just super problematic. I just can't even explain to you why. But make no mistake about it, this system will be rolled out in America and in Europe. Everybody's afraid to deal with us because, we just ain't going for much. So it's just going to be, a really difficult time for us. We're going to have to make decisions, and we're going to have a very short period of time to make those decisions, as you can see with what's going on in Nigeria and in Jamaica, India, and other places. So people are just basically like giving up and doing it because they haven't planned. They weren't paying attention, caught off guard, unaware. And so, hopefully more of our people will be in a position that we are able to kind of figure things out. And, I don't know, how things are going to work out. In some of these nations, you don't have cell phone access if you don't sign up for this digital identification and link it to your bank account. Um, it's just all sorts of things tied to all sorts of things. So the cell phone is going to be a necessary tool. And then you have to have a digital ID, and you got to have a digital bank account. You got to link it to your bank account or they will close your bank account. So I just want to share this with you so that you will know where things are going. These test pilots, again, are going on all over the country, but primarily in Black and brown nations. And Nigeria and Jamaica appear to be two of the top N and the W and the O um, test pilot nations for them folks. Raccoons just taking us to the beast system by hook or by crook. So, understand people who look like you are the ones marking us. And I just don't even really know what to say. I'm kind of at a loss for words. The wind is knocked out of my sails right now. But I will put this story in the description so that you can read it on your own. And there are lots of good stories on this site. I subscribed to it so that I can get more information about what is going on. This is definitely a piece of the beast infrastructure that we need to keep an eye on. And there is a subscribe button up here at the top. I recommend that you also subscribe so that you will be aware of what is going on all over the world, not just here in America, because as you can see, they're not telling us nothing. But my recommendation is that you look outside of the US to see what is coming here, because they're not going to tell us. They're just going to let this place fall apart and decay. We're going to have civil unrest. We're going to just have all sorts of things happen. We get ready to have a messy political season. Black folks are getting ready to be played like fiddles. Uh, and God knows what else is going to happen. But hey, we got to keep watch. We got to keep oil in our lamps. We got to continue to pray. We got to continue to prep. We cannot have any fear. We must have faith, but we also got to do some work. So, please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to my Rumble and Odyssey channels. In the event this channel is taken down, please subscribe to my socials. I only got two, Instagram and Facebook, Marleyisms. They will be in the descriptions. Consider supporting this channel because it is independent. We are free. We can say what we want to within the confines of the people that always like to oppress us. And, just do what you can to prepare. Get your spirits together. Get your minds together. Get your soldiers and your social circles together who will be going through this with you, because things are getting ready to get really tight for us quickly. And the focus is on the people with black skin, certain groups who are Yasharel, close to Yasharel, them people who are supposed to be delivered going to have their captivity ending. It seems like there is a concerted effort to target us. So do not um, miss that. That is really important for you to get. There, we got targets on our back, and we got arrows coming in all different directions. So we need to come together. We need to understand what is going on. I know a lot of us will not, and a lot of us are going to perish. I'm praying that more of our people wake up and get it, come together, prepare while we still can, and look up, because our redemption got to be now. Just got to be. But in the meantime, we got to continue to pray. We got to continue to prep, and we got to continue to watch. We got to continue to wake our brothers and sisters up. So do so, family. Just make sure you stay prayed up. A lot of things are going on. Lots and lots of things. All right, y'all. This is Marla K. Dejected right now. But we gonna make it. All right, I'm out.